And the next match that is going to come up is more interesting, which is between Saffron Army and Lashkaria Lions. So it's the fielding for for Saffron Army, and it's going to be batting first for Lashkaria Lions. So as you can see, they are getting ready, setting up the field here very nicely, especially when the D category bowler is going to bowl the first over, and also the batsmen who are going to come are again from the D categories. So as you can see, Wasim Lashkaria walking in as always, and the only interesting thing over here is in the very first over you have only one man standing at the deep, so it becomes difficult for the bowling end if any loose balls are bowled and the batsman is trying to get some good gaps or trying to hit where the players are not available. And it's also a -5 if any batsman gets out in the very first over. So that's again a bit of an advantage for the bowler. He has to focus on taking the wickets. It has its own pros and cons. The fourth over, of course, the interesting one, which is the monster over, brought to you by B. Kandari Properties and Niton. So these are the kind of twists and turns especially designed to make the game more interesting. So it's the brothers who are going to start, Arshad and Wasim. The elder one, of course, Arshad, takes the strike. Wasim, as you can see on the non-strike, nicely set up field. Two short fielders, as you can see, Crazy and Baba sir. So Sonu will start the bowling for Saffron Army. The very first ball, trying to play on the onside. Irfan coming on the ball. Nice fielding and a good start. Starts off with the dot ball. Again, beautiful line and length. He's trying to bowl that extra slow one just to trick Arshad here. This one's in the air. Could have been a catch. Could have been an early blow for Lashkaria. Again trying to get that run, but Wasim is being very careful here. Do not want to lose a wicket in the very first over, and that's why no taking risk here. And as you can see, Danish standing on the long on region, a bit straighter, not exactly the long on as you see, but Trushank again there on the mid on region. Beautiful start by Sonu. He is not giving any kind of room for Arshad. Again, over pitch delivery. This time it's a beautiful shot for a sixer by Arshad. He took his own time. He did not want it to hurry, but when he saw that over pitch delivery, all he had to do is hit that ball with good timing, and this is exactly what is done. Long off, takes a hit, and that's a sixer to end that over. Will bring, of course, one of the finest players, the all-rounders as you say. Joseph with the second over. Starts off with a no ball, and no ball will be given a punishment by Wasim Lashkaria for a sixer. One more. No chance there for Danish Farooqi. Played across the line, and he's welcomed with two beautiful sixes, both on the onside. Is this a new beginning now? Because the first over was played very carefully, and that's the wicket there. But he's done the initial damage that was supposed to be done with those two sixes. I think he's got that score pretty well. 19 runs for the loss of for 1 wicket, and it's just the second over. That will bring a new man in, Varun, on the non-strikers end. Arshad back on strike. Again in the air, but this time Danish coming under it. One more wicket falling down for Lashkaria. And Arshad, in intention of hitting that one more sixer, he's got out. So Sunny Solanki is the new man coming in. One of the finest all-rounders, a very sensible player, loves to play long innings, and he is there in the centre now at the non-strikers end. Varun on the strikers end. Good shot, and it will keep on going as a good shot. "25 runs now for the loss of 2 wickets. The 2 early wickets that went was Wasim and Arshad. Again trying to hit across the line. Maybe he's trying to eye that wideish long on region, because here, if you've seen, hitting sixes is not that difficult, and I think every player is trying to get as many as runs hitting straighter rather than hitting on the onside or on the offside, because they're not going to fetch many runs if you hit towards the point region or backward point, or even covers or extra covers. Might as well on the onside if you try to hit in the square leg, or on the mid wicket or deep mid wicket. That is not going to get you more and more runs. So Trushank Jain is the new bowler who will bring in the third over. Already Lashkar are playing on a good run rate, 25 runs that they've scored in 2 overs. That means they're playing on a good run rate. What a beautiful strike, but this time I think it's gone beyond the fence, and it's going to be an MCS 8 out. Well, I think even Lashkaria will have to be very careful with those wickets that are getting lost in the early stages, because it's just that the third over has been started. Trushank picking up that early wicket, which is a good thing for Saffron Army. No doubt they're playing on a good run rate, but even wickets is something that they will have to be careful about. The idea is right to hit more and more shots straight at the ground and get those early sixes, but at the same time, it's also very important to keep those wickets in hand and play a sensible game out here. So now Trushank going right around the wicket. Azam is the new man in at the striker's end here. Better delivery. Nicely played by Azam. Well, he's always a player who would hit the ball to its merits. He's one of the finest players I've seen, not trying to hit any kind of wrong shots, but giving the right momentum in any game that is played. No ball, and it will be hit for a boundary. And the good part for Lashkaria Lions is that they will also get a free hit. And yes, umpire gives the sign of a free hit. So Varun is not going to stop for that. He hits one that in the air, but he will still stay back as it was a free hit. Though the ball went beyond the fence, he's still safe. .32 for 3. This, I think he missed that one, because almost it looked like full toss for a long time, but that's going to be a wide ball as it was way wider than the off stump. Again a lower full toss straight in the hands of Trushank. No run on that occasion. Ends with that dot ball. One last ball to go in this over. That's, I think, a top edge. Satbir Katra coming under it, and he makes no mistake. A pair of safe hands that he is. So wicket to end that third over, and now it's time for the monster over, brought to you by B. Kandhari Properties and Neton. And Irfan so Irfan has been given the responsibility of this monster over. Imran Lashkaria comes on strike, Azam on non-strikers end. Both good timers of the ball. Only thing to watch will be, are they going to take enough advantage of their skills? This is the right over when they can take the score to another level. We've seen that many a times in the past, especially when you get an extra run. Every player or every batsman at that crease is trying to get as many as runs, because even a single can get you an additional run. Very nicely bowled Irfan. Imran taking his time. Penyu on the crease, is trying to settle himself. This time it's a carpet drive towards the wideish long off region. Only a single there. Brings back Azam on strike. Watchfully played again. Sonu coming on the ball, misses it. Good backup there by Satbir Katra. Right and round the wicket there. He goes Irfan. Bit of a change here, bringing Sonu a little closer. Again going on the back foot, straight in the hands of Sonu, and I think that is the fielding change that they wanted. A right move by Irfan there, because he's very strong at the back foot as well, Imran. The only idea is to get some gaps here. This will be called wide. Way wider the off stump. Straight. Oh, this was a wrong call. This was a very wrong call, especially when all the fielders are standing very close to the crease. Azam is not at all happy. He was not ready for the run, but Imran there, it looked like Imran is at the danger end. But that time Azam did not leave the crease, but Imran had almost got to the non-strikers end, but that forced Azam to run towards the strikers, and then that good throw from Trushank, nicely collected by Huzef, and the bails were on the ground for this beautiful run out that we've seen. Raj Mishra comes to the centre. So they've not just got a wicket here, but they've also managed to get that -5. Because a damage is a damage in the monster over. No ball given by umpire. Good throw by Sonu. If it would have been a direct hit, then it would have been a bit of a difficulty for the batsman again. Free hit here for Imran Lashkaria. Now let's see, is he going to take the advantage on that, because free hit allows you to hit any kind of shot that you want, because you don't have the fear of getting out by any chance, by any means. And that is a psychological advantage that any batsman has in the free hit. And especially when you're going to get the free hit in this monster over, why would you not hit these kind of shots? But that will still keep Imran safe, even if it has gone beyond the fence. The end of the 4th over, and it is 33. Welcome to this beautiful tournament, MCS 8. And what a wonderful match that we're witnessing is between Saffron Army and Lashkari Lions. We've had quite a few entertaining game out here in the first 4 overs. 38 is the score after the loss of 5 wickets. And now it's time, I think Karthik has been given the ball. So the first 4 overs were very entertaining, and now let's see the second half of the game, as I call, is the last 4 overs, how they are going to go. As of now, they have a good total on the scoreboard, 38 runs. What are they eyeing for? Are they eyeing for anything around 75, 80 plus? Because that is a good score. This one's in the air, and what a catch. What a catch. He's a great fielder. Danish Farooqi there. So one more wicket falling down. Raj Mishra this time returns back to the dugout. And one more damage to Lashkari Alliance. That would be wicket number 6. That will bring in Manish Sarvaiya to the crease, but will be on the non-striker's end. So Karthik taking an early wicket. Imran Lashkari on strike. That is going to be a wide ball. The ball is drifting way outside the leg stump and will be given wide by the umpire. Nicely bowled again. Good fielding there by Chandra Amlani. The ball was moving. At least a single could have been scored, but he stopped that single as well. No run on that occasion. So Karthik has been bowling really good. Straight again to Chandar. Making good use of that spin bowling that is delivering right now. Again, good carpet shot towards the mid-off region. Only a single there to change the strikes will bring Manish Sarvaiya. He's known to hit big shots. Let's see how many sixes is he going to score today. He's just new to the crease. Maybe he will take some time to get settled. But meanwhile, Karthik bowling that way outside the off stump and will be given wide. An extra run noted by the scorers as well. That will bring the score now to 41 runs. It's just the 5th over. There are more 3 overs after this. Full toss ball this time going towards the mid-wicket region. But as I said, not much of a scope to get too many runs on the onside or on the offside. It will fetch a single if it goes beyond the fence. But if it inside the fence, the batsman can run infinite. Again, I think that has been the problem. Extras. Otherwise, Karthik is making good use of the spin bowling. He's bowling stump to stumps. But especially when he's trying to experiment anything. For example, this last delivery, he was trying to bowl a bit of a block hole there. But again, pitching it outside the off stump. The intention is right, but surely not the execution is going the right way. In the air, and an easy one for Chandar. But was a no ball. So it's safe for Manish. Who's going to be bowling next is something that we'll have to wait and watch, because now the game gets interesting, especially when Lashkaria knows that they do not have too many runs on the board. I mean, 43 is a good score, but the kind of team that Lashkaria is, they are known to hit 50, 60 plus, especially in the first 4-5 overs, taking maximum advantage of that monster over. But now it will be the final figure that will be there on their mind. And what is that figure going to be? What is the total that they want to rise up to? Is something that the next 3 overs will be deciding. Because the kind of game that will happen in the next 3 overs, especially now, I think Chandar Amlani is yet to bowl. Now we can see the ball in the hands of Danish Farooqi. Sadbir is a good bowler, but I don't know who's going to be the last bowler for them. But for sure, there is 1 over remaining for Chandar Amlani as well. Brings back Danish Farooqi. Nicely bowled. Full toss ball straight in the hands of Baba Diwan, and he makes no mistake. Wicket falling down. Well, I think this is the second time there is a coordination issue. First time it was with Azam, and this time it was with Manish. Imran did not want it to take that run, but Manish was off in a flash. That will bring a new batsman to the non-strikers end. Junaid on the non-strikers end. But this is a very important twist in the game, especially when 7 wickets have been down. 43 runs on the scoreboard. These last 3 overs are going to be the decider of that total. Very important for both these batsmen to stay on the crease, try to get some 6s, 4s. Good strike again, straight in the hands of Sonu. And I think Sonu has been doing great on the field, because he's collecting the ball in the time and is trying to throw onto the stumps, trying to get a wicket here. Again, good strike, good backup there by Chandar. Good throw again, good collect by Huzaif. It's all teamwork, as you say. Last ball of the 6th over now. White ball. Well, I think he's eyeing that leg stump maybe, and that's the reason he tends to bowl outside the leg stump. Nicely played this time towards the square leg region. A single to end that over. Now last 2 overs of this first inning. The score is already looking good at 46, but not the ideal score that Lashkaria would be looking at. So these 2 overs are going to be very, very, very important. Especially Junaid is a good hitter of the ball, but at the same time you have Chandar Amlani, another fantastic bowler of turf cricket. Can spin the ball both ways, whether it's off spin, whether it's a leg spin, whether it's a doosra. He's done that quite a lot in the past. Releases the ball very nicely, giving it a good flight. But today it's a new ground here, and will be very important to know how is he going to bowl. Starts off very well. Karthik on the ball, wants to get the second one, but no set by Imran. So only a single on that very first delivery. Every ball here, every run here is going to matter a lot, especially when you are setting or you're batting first. It is very important that you get good runs, so that while defending those runs, it's not much of an hassle. And the way we saw that the first match, purely dominated by Ricky Tigers, they finished that run chase of 67 runs in just 4 overs. That means if you hit it in the right way, if you score it in the right way, or if you're trying to hit that right shots, I think chasing here becomes very easy. And now Chandar Amlani applying those speed breakers to the score. Sadbir Katra trying to go on the ball. Danish Farooqi nicely backing it up. Only a single. So Chandar has been bowling fantastic, as he's a very good bowler. Again trying to make some changes into the field. Junaid back on strike, getting Baba Diwan a bit straighter, so that anything that is going straighter can be stopped. And that's an edge missed by Huzef. No run on that occasion, but great bowling there by Chandar. He's just managed to give only 2 runs in that 7th over, which is the very crucial over, and the over where maximum batsmen will love to get some 6s and 4s. That is the over where he's just given 2 runs. 48 is the score, and 7 overs have been down. So Bhavin is the bowler in that last over. Very interesting here. 7 overs, 48 is the score. How many are they going to get in these last 6 deliveries? These last 6 legitimate deliveries that are going to be bowled to those batsmen. Full toss ball, nicely played. Again, good fielding there by Sonu. But not a great collect by Bhavin. Could have been a wicket here. Junaid on strike. They would be looking at one big one, and that's all they would be hoping at this moment. In the air, but not quietly timed it well. But this could be a chance for them to get a second run. Junaid again straight in the hands of Irfan. It could be a run out, and yes, run out. Story continues for Lashkari Lions, and Junaid will have to take the walk back to the dugout. That will bring in new batsman Shardul to the centre. And the last 3 deliveries, 51 is the score. And if you've seen, the team who is batting first is not getting a good total, especially with the first match and now the second match. The second match is first inning is still not over, so it's too early to say. But 51 is not the score that Lashkar Lions would be looking at. They would have looked at somewhere around 75, 80 plus. The kind of batsmen that they have, the depth in the batting, as they call, it's one of the best sides. This time, I think the ball is drifting towards the onside and it will be called wide. Full toss ball, nicely played, but straight in the hands of Sadbir Katra. He just stretches himself a bit and straight in the hands. Wonderful fielders that they have. Trushank, you have Sadbir, you have Danny. One of the finest bunch of these fantastic players, fielders, all-rounders that you have. Good catch on that occasion by Sadbir. Brings in new batsmen to the centre. Ganesh. In the air this time towards the extra covers region. Only a single, gives back the strike to Shardul. In the air and could be one more run out. It was a no ball, but and not out is the decision. So bit of a relief there for Lashkar Lions. Ganesh there. Good strike, but I think it's beyond the fence and it is going to be MCS 8 out. And that will also bring in the end of the first innings. It is going to be 57 runs to win for Saffron Army.
So it's toss time for match number 3 coming up. Undefeatables versus Viking Warriors. And I've got Tanveer and Harshan from Viking. And I've got Mr. Vicky Kandari for the toss. Okay, we do that retoss. Viking to call. MCS is the call from Viking. MCS it is.
We'd like to bowl first.
Any specific reasons of bowling first?
I think this is the first match, and I guess I don't know my bowling strengths as much as I know my batting, so I'm backing on my batting. I guess it'll be a good choice. Let's see how it goes.
Alright, so you guys have lost the toss.
I wanted to bowl first, but it's fine, Toss is something that's not in your control, so it's okay.
So what do you think is a good target for Viking Warriors?
I haven't thought about the target. Let's focus on the game first. Let's see how it goes.
Alright, all the very best. So Viking Warriors have won the toss and elected to field. This is match number 3. Moving back to match number 2. Saffron Army needs 57 to win that match. Thank you.
So here it is, the second innings now. Sonu on one side and Baba Diwan on strike. This is going to be an interesting battle, especially 57 runs to win here. The first over, of course, interesting with both these D category players coming out to bat, and also on the bowling end it will be a D category bowler. So it's a battle of these cricketers. So I think Varun will be the bowler for the first over. Bit of a last moment planning here before the field gets set, especially Baba Diwan, one of the finest strikers of the ball. And once he starts hitting sixes, it's no stopping for him. So it's all set, and we're set for the ball number 1. Wasim Lashkaria at the bowling end. Baba Diwan on strike. The very first ball coming up here. The chase for 57 runs begin by Saffron Army. Nicely played, gets off the mark, and also the first run coming up for the team. He doesn't seem to be in a hurry today, Baba Diwan. That's why he played the ball very nicely for a single only. Full toss ball in the air, and it's a -5. So an early blow to Saffron Army. Is it, or is it? So now he's going to be the running man for Baba Diwan, and Jitu will be on strike. So an early blow to Saffron Army. Nicely played this time on the onside. One coming on the ball, gives it to Ganesh. He makes no mistake. And a single there. Beautiful shot that will go high and forever. Sixer. That will take out that minus sign out of that scoreboard as well. Baba Diwan, as I told you, he's a great hitter of the ball. And he can hit some big sixes and continuously as well. He loves that long on, long off boundary. Oh, this time the ball hit the batter twice and it will be a dot ball. So end of the over. A very good one, I would say, because they also managed to get a -5, but then that sixer changed the things. So after the first over, it is going to be 4 for the loss of 1 wicket. So this is also going to be a bowling power play. Ganesh will be coming to bowl that one. But now I think there is no worry for the batsman, because even if a wicket is down in this over, there won't be any minus runs. The risk is only in the first over, where you hit a wrong shot. If you do not play very well and if you lose a wicket, then it's a -5. But here the power play, they will try to use it to the maximum, get some early runs. 57, it's not a big score, but they have some fantastic bowlers, Lashkaria. So that might be a twist in the tail. It's all wait and watch. So Baba Diwan on strike and Ganesh the bowler. That is a clean bowled. One more wicket falling down. The bails are on the ground. So for all you lovely people who are watching the match, we have one more beautiful view coming up just behind the strikers and the aerial view, as you call. On the rooftop, if you see behind the strikers, there are our cameramen, as you can see them on the screen, who are standing and covering. So that's the aerial view that you're going to get, and there is this aerial view. If you can see that in the screens, our cameraman standing doing a fantastic job. Beautiful coverage there by the team. Let's get back to the live action. Good strike there. This time Sunny Solanki coming on the ball. Only a single. Well, I think they do not have a big total, so all they can do is get a good partnership in place, get singles and doubles wherever they can. And Jitu and Huzef are good timers of the ball, so they should use this moment to the maximum. Good strike there, straight in the hands of Azam there, who's standing at the long on region, only for a single. And this is what these both batsmen are good at. Because they've lost early, 2 early wickets, it's very important for them to stick to the ground and play some good cricket here. Well, bit of a hurry there on the non-strikers, and Jitu wanted to go for that run, rightly sent there by Huzef. It was a no ball for a side arm and will be also a free hit. So the speciality here is the aerial view that you're going to get, if you can see it on your screens. So we are soon going to capture that aerial view for you. There it is. If you see it on the screens, we have a bird's eye view there. In the air, but Raj Mishra could not time that dive to perfection, and that will be A much needed boundary here for Saffron Army. Jitu scoring that boundary. Again in the air, this time I think he's hit that one to the batsman itself. Went on the back foot trying to play that pull one, but could only find the batsman at the non-striker's end and will end in the dot ball. So after the end of 2 overs, it is 12 for the loss of 2 wickets. Bit of a team discussion here, because now as the overs progresses, it becomes very crucial in the stage of the game, especially when you don't have too many runs on the scoreboard. It's how you're going to defend it, how you're going to get those wickets, how you're going to bowl more dot balls, how are you going to put that pressure back on the batting team is something that is going to matter here a lot. Whereas now if you see, Saffron Army still has a great batting lineup to come up and bat. Right now Jitu and Huzaifa doing a wonderful job taking those singles, trying to settle themselves, trying to get used to the conditions that are there inside the ground. Especially it will be very important to get some gaps, get some scores moving. Shardul Thakur comes to the centre. Very important one for Shardul as well, because again he's a left arm bowler, gives a bit of an advantage because he rolls that ball very well, gives a good flight to the delivery. He's always experimenting and he's always varying his pace as well as the line and length as well as the spin that he's looking at. And he's a very thoughtful bowler, a very strategic one who knows the conditions and bowl as per those conditions. Huzaifa there trying to put that early pressure by stepping way out of that crease. Full toss ball bowled by Shardul, but it won't matter. A single will be still scored. Jitu again coming back on strike. It's the continuous changes that are going to matter and that are going to somewhere down the line tell us that who is moving towards the winning path. Because as I said, it's a low defending score. Again a single there on the declare zone will bring back Jitu on strike. So singles is the story right now for both these batsmen, and is the right approach that they always take, because they know that after this over they have a monster over coming up, and there every run gets a double one, but this time straight in the hands of Sunny Solanki. He doesn't make a mistake and Shardul strikes. As I told you, he's a very thoughtful bowler. He would not give any kind of room to the batsman, especially when he's bowling in a low defending score. He knows how to use his line and length to the perfection, and he's just done that. Just when he's bowled cross length ball going towards the off stump, and Jitu trying to hit across the line straight in the hands of that mid-on fielder Sunny Solanki. Easy wicket here, and one more loss brings back Danish Farooqi on strike. Talented cricketer, I would say, hard timer of the ball and a very aggressive player. White ball to welcome Danish Farooqi right around the wicket that Shardul is going. One more, 2 in a row. Going on the back foot, wait is the call. Does not want to take any risky runs, especially when we've seen in the earlier ball. Again on the back foot, but this time Huzaifa has taken that initiative to go on the striker's end. Danny had to dive eventually to get himself safe. IBJA Gold presents MCS 8. Powered by Living Liquids, supported by B. Kandari Properties and Niton welcomes all of you to this wonderful turf here at Jew. The match number 2. So Azam now comes to bowl. Again, a very strategic mind that he has. And his bowling will be very crucial, and especially when he's bowling the monster over, brought to you by B. Kandari Properties and Niton. He's taking utmost care in the field so that no gaps are left. As you can see, you have Imran standing at that long on position, Arshad at that long off position. Now it takes Imran Lashkaria towards the wider long mid-off position. Again nicely tapped there by Huzef. Easy run there for Danny and Huzef. The call was to throw on the non-striker's end, putting bit of a pressure Azam there on the fielders, which is the need of the hour, because wickets and only wickets can make this game more interesting. Manish Sarvaiya there, misfield and an easy run. It was an easy ball coming on to him, but that misfield allowed both these batsmen to take a quick cheeky single. And let me tell you that every single that they are going to get that extra run as well. So even if they get 6 easy singles, they are still going to conquer 12 runs in that over. That will be a bit of a change and an advantage for Saffron Army, because they will get closer to that run rate that they are coming on to. That was a good thinking for not going for that run, because Wasim Lashkaria was fast to throw that ball on the non-strikers, and finally a dot ball for Azam. One more dot ball for Azam. 2 dot balls in a row, and they won't mind that. But rather than taking a -5, getting a wicket, it's good to get a dot ball. Again going on the back foot. This time Manish Sarvaiya fields it superb. So dot balls ending, and after 4 overs it is 24 for the loss of 3 wickets. That is going to come up is between Undefeatables versus Viking Warriors. Interesting one in today's lot. That will bring Manish Sarvaiya now to bowl the 5th over. Now from here on, a bit of an acceleration would be needed by the batsmen of Saffron Army. They will have to put that car in onto the 4th or the 5th gear. Wonderful defense by Lashkaria. Easy single there, bringing back Danny on strike. That is going to be a no ball by Amit Golatkar. The call is for the second one, but no said by Danny. No ball and a free hit. That gives all the more advantage to the batsman now. Especially when Huzef is on strike. Now he will like to go on the top. The only thing that will be interesting to watch is whether they are able to score a big boundary on that one. As I said, there is no psychological pressure on the players, especially when they're playing on that free hit. Interesting one to watch, and interesting will it be to see this ball. Big one coming up, and that's a beautiful sixer. You cannot stop a batsman in these free hits, especially when he's already made up his mind that I am going to go for a big one, and he does that very flawless. Huzef there with that big sixer. That is also going to be a wide ball. So extras going in the favor of Saffron Army. One more. One on the offside, one on the leg side. A no ball earlier on that free hit. There is a sixer. So this proves to be a bit of an expensive over, especially for Lashkar Lions. That will bring the score to 35. The call is to run right away from the moment he hit that ball. Sunny Solanki doing a good job there, but Huzef was even faster to get back to that non-striker's end. Brings back Danny on strike. What is he going to do now, especially when there are runs flowing in this over? Will he also take the advantage of the momentum? He goes on the back foot. The ball goes towards the mid-wicket region. Azam throws straight in the hands of Ganesh, but 2 easy runs scored by both these batsmen. So it's just not singles and sixes and fours, but it is also singles and doubles that are picking up the momentum for the score for Saffron Army. Nicely hit straight in the hands of Manish. The last ball of this 5th over. The score is already soared up high to 38 runs for the loss of 3 wickets. And that's a cracker. That is something that you would love to see, especially the dugout of Saffron Army. What a beautiful shot, going on the back foot, hitting it across the line, and there she goes for a beautiful sixer. Well, that will bring now Sunny Solanki into the attack right around the wicket. 57 runs to win this game, so practically only 13 runs needed of 18 deliveries. Now it will be important to see the approach, whether they will be still continuing with those singles or doubles, or they will be looking to finish this as early as they can. Full toss ball nicely flicked away on the onside. A misfield by Varun that will allow them to take that second run. Every run is important and bowler is not at all happy. It was very bad fielding. Full toss ball nicely again swung it away towards the onside. Declare runs coming up. The score now moves to 47 runs. Easy pickings there for Saffron Army batsmen. Straight shot in the hands of Arshad. He covers it up very well and straight back to the bowler Sunny. Again Azam was standing closer. The ball went right through him again for a single. So I think it's a good mix and match approach from Danish and Huzef, both especially best players and match winners for many of the matches that I have seen them in the past. So it was the right strategy for them to first take singles and doubles, settle themselves, be there for some time, look for a good partnership, and then now they are raising their shots to sixes and still continuing with those singles and doubles. Look at that, high in the air, and this will touch the fence, will be for a big sixer. 50 up, and I think it's beyond 50 now, because it's only 1 run for Saffron Army to win this game. 56 already on the scoreboard. Junaid is getting the ball, but I don't know how much he will be able to do at this stage of the match. Only 1 run needed to win this game. And he finishes off in style with that sixer is Danny. Wonderful strike straight down the ground, and this will be a beautiful win registered by Saffron Army.